guys, Gold Pony here today in the 2016 Cadillac CT6, courtesy of Apple Chevrolet Cadillac in York, PA. And before I even start today, I wanted to say thank you guys so freaking much for 10,000 subscribers. I definitely appreciate it. You guys are freaking awesome. And again, thank you. So I am very excited to be driving this one today because this is actually the first Cadillac I've ever reviewed. And my grandfather actually sold Cadillacs for 30-some years, so this one's for you, Gramps. Anyways, to start out, there are 3 trim levels for this one. First one is going to be the luxury. That one's going to go for $64,395. Next one is going to be the premium luxury. That one's going to go for $67,570. Lastly, the platinum. That one is going to start at $87,465. And by the way, that trim level pricing is actually going to be for the 3-liter twin turbo V6 that I have today. However, I'm saying it that way because there are 3 different engine options. First one is going to be a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That one's going to put out 265 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Next one is going to be a 3.6-liter V6. That one's going to put out 335 horsepower, 284 pound-feet of torque. And then lastly, there is the 3-liter twin turbo V6 that I have today. That one's going to put out 404 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, sent to all 4 wheels. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle through an 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters, of course, which I'm going to be testing out a little later. And so therefore, the 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 is going to send me to 60 in 5.3 seconds. Anyways, while I'm driving right now, I feel like I have to mention this first. There is going to be an illuminated dash. Right now, I'm looking forward. It's telling me the speed I am going, and also it's telling me the speed limit for this road as well. So it's actually going to be able to locate the speed limit and let you know, which is really nice because if you're driving somewhere you're unfamiliar with, that's going to bail you out by letting you know you're not driving too fast. That's pretty freaking sweet. Also, on this illuminated dash, there is some safety features as well. So a little green car is going to illuminate if you're going a little too far left or a little too far right to kind of keep you centered in the lane. That's pretty nice. Anyways, let me get a little bit into the brakes now because the CT6 actually has a lot revolving around the brakes. For instance, so to start, there are 4-wheel disc, 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. And there's also automatic vehicle hold braking, and that button's going to be located right behind the shifter. So if you're stuck in a traffic jam, you can hit that. You don't have to keep your foot on the brake the whole time. Also, there's going to be low-speed automatic braking. So the car is actually going to detect if there's a person or a car in front of you when you're going at slow speeds, at least, and automatically brake for you so you can avoid a collision. So that's pretty freaking nice. And I actually saw that there was a jogger on the side of the road. My illuminated dash illuminated that there was a person there, so it recognizes people. Isn't it crazy how far technology has come? Anyways, I am just pulling up to a stop sign right now. And by the way, when you come to a complete stop, the car actually turns off for you, so that it's a little fuel saving measure. So it's pretty freaking nice. But anyways, of course, when you let go of the brake, hit the gas, it's gonna start right up instantly. Anyways, you guys, let's do a quick little acceleration, see how quickly the CT6 can get up to speed here. Yes, this is awesome. Alright, this thing's pretty freaking quick. I didn't expect that. It's a refined luxury vehicle, the CT6, but if you guys notice, my head flew back into the headrest there, so it's definitely got some pickup, I'd say that. Also, another thing though, if I slide the shifter to the very back, it's going to let me use the paddle shifters. And so I'm going to test them out right now. I want to make sure it doesn't shift for me. That's always my little pet peeve. Also, I want to test to see how quickly these things react. I know a lot of people don't like using paddle shifters, but I really like them because when you're going through turns like I'm doing right now, you can downshift to come out of a turn so freaking fast. It's just so much fun. Anyways, I can say right now, the car is not shifting for me. I've kept it at high RPMs. It's not gonna budge, so that is freaking nice. And also these paddle shifters, they do react very quick. They're just an instantaneous reaction, which makes it so much more fun. By the way, while I'm sitting at the stop sign here, miles per gallon on the CT6 is gonna come in at 18 in the city and 26 on the highway. But now let me touch on the exterior a little bit because this car is all about refinement and luxury. And so starting up front, there is the Cadillac crest. And I love that they redid the crest kind of recently. It's larger, it looks a lot better. I'm definitely digging that. Then to the sides, there's going to be Cadillac's iconic signature vertical lights. By the way, Cadillac, you did an awesome job with that design. They look perfect. And that lighting is going to be LEDs for the high beam and the low beam. And also that lighting is automatic as well. So when you put it on the automatic setting, when it starts to get dark, they're going to come on for you automatically. That's always nice. But also, when it's really dark out and you got your high beams on, it's going to sense the car coming in the opposite direction and then turn your low beams on for you, so you don't have to worry about that. That's freaking nice. I like that. And then continuing on with the lighting around the side, there's going to be concierge lighting. So at night when you're walking up to your car, there's going to be actually lighting in the door handles, the side mirrors, and of course the headlights as as well, obviously. But then continuing on to the side, as far as the side mirrors go, there are integrated turn signals in those side mirrors. That's always nice. And the luxury and premium luxury trims, as far as the wheels go, are going to come with 19-inch multi-spoke aluminum wheels. Then on the platinum trim, they're going to be 20-inch double 5-spoke wheels. And so what you are looking at right now is the 19-inch multi-spoke aluminum wheels, because I do have the premium luxury trim today. Then around back, those rear taillights are going to be LED illumination. And then just below them, the dual exhaust with quad tips. And as always, I always have to do this. Here is that exhaust clip. Alright, by the way, you guys, there are a few different drive modes as well. So that button to select the drive modes is going to be located right behind the shifter here. And so I'm going to have to choose between Tour, then there's going to be a Sport mode, and then lastly, there is going to be a Snow and Ice mode. And so what those drive modes are going to do is they're going to alter things like the steering feel and the throttle sensitivity. So for instance, when you put it in Sport mode, the steering feel is going to be a lot crisper and a lot more responsive. And then also, when you press down on the gas, you're going to have to press down less to get more power. So I don't know if you guys saw that there or not, but when I was coming up on that car in front of me that was turning and I didn't brake, and I did that on purpose. I wasn't going to hit him obviously, but I did that on purpose because I wanted to show what the illuminated dash was going to do. It flashed red, but not only did it flash red, but my seat actually vibrated as well to let me know I should be braking right now so I don't hit the guy in front of me. So yet another safety feature that definitely comes in handy to prevent collisions. And you know what? It freaking works as well. So it definitely got my attention. So that's probably why the camera shook a little bit, because it somewhat startled me. And I just did a nice little U-turn here. This thing's got a pretty good turning radius. That'll work. All right, so while I'm around back here, trunk capacity is going to come in at 15.3 cubic feet. Then jumping around to the back as far as the legroom goes, it's going to come in at 40.4 inches. So for reference, I'm an even 6 feet tall. This is how much space I had back there. And so while I'm back here, I will say there is a fold down armrest as well with rear cup holders. So those rear passengers are going to have a little more luxury back there. And it will also say those back seats are available as heated and ventilated as well for even more comfort. Also, there are available rear seat infotainment centers, which are basically going to attach to the back of the headrest of both the driver and the passenger seat for the rear passengers. So that's going to be 10-inch high definition screens. They're going to be able to play Blu-ray. You can hook your phone up to it, play YouTube videos for Gold Pony, whatever you want to do. Although this car doesn't have it, of course, but it's available. Also, another thing I'm digging is the interior on this one, because there's so many different ways you can personalize it. There is a wood trim available. However, today's car actually has the carbon fiber trim, which honestly would be my preference anyways, because it's more sporty and it's more lightweight. But anyways, like I said, there's a ton of different ways you can customize it. Then jumping around to the front, there is keyless entry on the CT6. So you basically keep the key in your pocket, walk right up to the door, you can open the door and get in. Then before I even started this trip here, there is tilt and telescoping steering wheel, and actually this one is power adjustable, so that was kind of cool. So there's going to be 4 little buttons on the side of the steering wheel. You can put it up, down, side, whatever you want to do. And also, by the way, this steering wheel is heated as well. Then when it comes to the seats are 16-way power adjustable in the front, and if you jump up to the platinum trim, they're going to be 20-way power adjustable for that. And of course, these seats are heated and ventilated as well. I got the ventilated seats on right now because it's 70 degrees out and it's pretty hot in here, so that was definitely useful. But anyways, to start the car up, there are actually 2 options. There is the push button start located right here. So all you got to do is hold that in for a second and apply the brakes. The other option is going to be on the key fob. So there's going to be a round little circle there. All you got to do is hold that in and the car will start right up. Anyways, when I first started the CT6 up, I was definitely a fan of the digital gauges. Then front and center, there is going to be the 10.2-inch touchscreen display, which right now apparently is showing me a 5-day forecast. This is definitely high resolution. I'm definitely a fan of this. Apparently it's going to rain later today. Also, just behind the shifter, a little bit to the right, there's also going to be a mouse-like device. So basically it's just going to be like a computer mouse. You can slide your finger to the left, you can slide your finger to the right to make different selections. And then when you want to make a selection, you just press in on that and it's going to select it for you. So that's definitely pretty nice. And then also just below the screen, there's going to be a little home icon. That's going to take you to all your different selections, what you have to choose from. Different audio settings, Bluetooth settings. It's got Apple CarPlay. That's going to be the little projection looking icon there. There's navigation. You could scroll through different vehicle settings. There, of course, is Pandora. That's going to display the Pandora on your phone actually on this screen in the car. So you can like and dislike songs through this 10.2-inch display rather than on your phone. Like I said, again, there's going to be the weather if you wanted to check that out. There's also hands-free text texting. That's going to be the next icon there. Then when you push to the right on the last section, this is the coolest part here. You have the recorder options to record on the outside of the car if it's legal in the country that you're at to do so. And then there's going to be the camera option, which is going to give you an aerial view and also a view of what's behind you. Then lastly, there is going to be the traffic icon. That's going to give you traffic settings so you know which roads to avoid traffic jams, which is always very, very nice. And also just to the left of that home icon I was showing you guys is going to be the volume adjustments. And this is so freaking cool. I've actually never seen this before. So to adjust the volume, yeah, you can tap it to increase the volume, or you could slide your finger to the right or the left to adjust the volume, which is actually a lot more efficient way of doing it. This is actually the first time I saw that. That's pretty freaking cool. Then just below all that is going to be your dual zone climate control with the ventilated and heated seat buttons if you wanted to do that. Then just below that, there's going to be your cup holders. Then just behind that is going to be the wireless phone charging system, which is what I got my phone on right now, actually, charging it up so I can take some awesome pictures for Instagram of the CT6. Then the last couple things I want to mention on this one, of course, when you put the CT6 in reverse, you're going to get that reverse camera that I was previously mentioning. That's definitely nice. But another thing is, when you adjust this rear view mirror here, a different reverse camera is actually going to appear on that rear view mirror. Again, it's a feature I've never seen. This is so freaking cool. I can't believe more cars aren't doing this. Of course, you can adjust it back to just have your regular mirror again. Then, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, the sound system is very nice on this one. It is a Bose sound system. It sounded excellent when I turned it up. And then besides that, there is also the moonroof feature as well, which of course is going to be one touch. And lastly, when it comes to safety, there are driver and passenger front airbags, front seat thorax and pelvic airbags, and side curtain and knee airbags. Of course, with all the safety on this one, there is automatic park assist as well. There is forward collision alert, which is what I had told you guys about previously. There is the latch system, aka lower anchors and tethers for children, so you're going to be able to strap in your car seats in the back. There is lane keep assist with lane departure warning. And then there are a bunch of optional safety features as well, like front pedestrian detection, which I saw this one in action use. It's going to be rear cross traffic alert, side blind zone alert, and surround vision, which again, this one has as well. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay gold.
The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are
They continue. Whew. Oh my gosh, a cat just jumped out in front of me. It scared the living crap out of me. I am so glad I did not hit that cat.